of Gladiators and to an evening positively bursting with entertainment and action.
25,000 applicants, and we could only choose 4. So I think you'll all agree they must be the best.
These people are very fit people, and their hopes tonight will be to try and make it through to our final, where they'll have a stab at winning £5,000.
So let's have a look and see who these 4 brave, courageous people are. They are...
Katie Budd.
And Melissa Spackman.
Our youngest contender this year.
Yeah, I think I must be, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
1 year younger than the one last year. We had somebody at 19, but that's very young. So are you still studying?
I am, just finished my A-levels, did A-level French and PE, just finished that.
Oh, brilliant. So what do you like to do outside of studying?
I do the heptathlon.
Oh, how many events is that?
Yeah, that's 7 events. But I love all sports, badminton, basketball, netball, everything.
Now, I want you to share with me and about 14 million other people, what do you think of the Gladiators?
Well, basically, they're just the same as us, with a little bit more experience and a lot more makeup.
Say no more. Go prepare for our very first event. We'll see you later. Katie Budd.
Melissa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right, I'm a fitness consultant up in the northeast, and there's a few of my friends over there in the back.
I can see you're giving them away. There are lots of them there. What else?
I do athletics, throw the javelin from a local club, Nottingham.
Have you been doing any special training for the events?
Right, there's been a lot of cardiovascular work, a lot of stamina work, because it's tough. The games are only short, but you have to withstand a lot of up and go, so yeah, it's hard.
Are you nervous?
A bit, but I'm here now, and I'm going to give them my best shot.
Well, you've got all your supporters here. Off you go, Melissa. Get yourself ready. Well done, Melissa.
Let's meet the guys. They are Ian Simpson.
And Paul Biswick.
A bit of home support there, Ian. Nice to welcome you back, because you were actually with us a little bit last year, weren't you?
Yeah, I was here as a reserve last year, didn't get a show. I was promised to keep myself fit, go through all the process again, and I'd get a show. Here I am.
So, what do you do and where are you from?
I'm in the RAF. Should have a few supporters there from RAF High Wycombe. Thanks very much.
So tell me, what do you do outside work? What sort of things do you enjoy?
Well, all kinds of sport. My main sport is judo and bodybuilding. Big thanks to the Body Studio in Deal at this stage. They've got me ready for this one. I've just won the Inter-Services Judo Championships, under 86 kilograms. I'm fit, I'm ready.
Blimey. Our Gladiators have their work cut out this evening. Let you go and prepare for our very first event. Ian Simpson.
Now, Paul, you're looking very confident. It's deafening in here. You must have about 300 supporters with you. Who are they all?
Yeah, there's 100 or 200 over there. I've got my mum, my dad, friends at work. I've got people I know from school, all manner of people.
Tell us, what do you do for work?
I work at Northwood Stadium in Stoke-on-Trent, so I fulfil a number of roles. As you can hear, they're over there. I coach the youngsters who come from the schools. I organise holiday activity courses, and I even coach international athletes.
So how on earth have you had time to get fit for this show?
Well, in my spare time, and it is very little spare time, I'm one of the top 25 pole vaulters in the UK. So, really, I haven't had to do a lot of special training for Gladiators because my normal training carries me through.
Now, you know we've got some new events, obviously the old ones. Anything you can tell us? Any secrets?
Well, I'm not going to let my secrets out because the Gladiators are listening out the back, but look out for Pyramid. I've got a game plan, and I'm sure it's going to work.
All the best. Off you go. Get yourself ready, Paul. Paul Biswick!
Well, our girls should be ready for our very first event this evening. It's Powerball.
Katie is using the red ball, and Melissa is using the blue ball. And guarding those baskets is Falcon, Nightshade, and Lightning!
Contenders, for Powerball, and powered up is right. Both girls scoring immediately. Melissa, lightning and Nightshade taking each other out, and Katie scores again. What is going on? Gladiator, prolific scoring. Melissa gets it in again. Katie slips, Falcon, another 2 points. Both girls scoring at will. Gladiators having a nightmare game and hoping to wake up soon. Falcon finally brings Melissa down. And Nightshade on Katie. Well, things are starting to happen a bit now. Melissa, lightning pushes her out of bounds. Katie heaved to the ground by Falcon. And Melissa, she breezes past Falcon. And picks up 2 of the easiest points of her life. Perhaps she should have gone for the middle basket. What's happening? Katie stops. Melissa hasn't, though. Another 2 points. Katie slams in a 3-pointer to make this a record-scoring game for the girls. Well, I don't know what stopped Katie in the middle there. Perhaps she thought she heard a whistle or something. But anyway, the Gladiators not getting their tackling together. See how Katie almost strolls past Falcon.
Katie, 11 points. Well done. Melissa, 12 points. Let's hear it for Katie and Melissa.
Well, the girls doing well, but they got a lot of help from the Gladiators, who didn't get to grips with their tackling.
Gladiators, tell us what's going on.
Well, I have to say, very rare, but we got a bit confused because this is a very good Powerball team. We thought we heard a whistle, and so we stopped. And in the time that we all looked round, a couple of points had been scored. But the girls did well, the other contenders, but we have more games to play, and so we'll even up later.
I'm sure they will. Meanwhile, Katie's on 11, Melissa's on 12.
Next, we have the men's event. And Ian is on the red balls, and Paul has chosen the blue. And guarding those baskets, Warrior, Hunter, and Trojan! Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Let's play ball. Let's see if the boys get it as easy as the girls. Not at the moment. Both being brought down heavily by the Gladiators. Warrior on ball. Great speed from the big man, takes him down. Ian 2. And no score yet. Warrior and Ian. But it's the Hunter who steams in and takes him out. Flying tackle from Trojan on Paul. And Gladiators doing a great job at the moment. Paul, great dive for 2 points. No one can stop that. Ian and Trojan. Hunter comes in. Great tackle by the Warrior on the other side of the pitch there on Paul. Stops him getting a certain 2. Both contenders down the same end of the pitch. That's what the Gladiators like, 3 against 2. Paul throws his ball away. He's not daft. Didn't need Warrior on top of him like Ian's now got. But he takes 2 of them. I suppose that's like having 1 Warrior. The boys are suffering as the Gladiators take revenge for that girls' event. Look at that flying tackle. The Gladiators gave the contenders very few chances to score, and it was only a piece of magic by Paul that any points got on the board at all.
Well, Ian, earlier on you said this is the event you weren't looking forward to. You knew what to expect. Was it exactly what you expected?
Worst. Horrible, they're big, they get in the way. There's not enough room there to manoeuvre, and it hurts when they fall on you, John. It's that simple.
Unfortunately, Ian, no points.
I know.
Paul took a couple of knocks there. I think there was one time when 3 of them all took it at the same time. How does it feel?
Took a couple of knocks is an understatement. That's the first time I've ever run into 10 brick walls. That is hard work. Just got to get up and carry on, though. Got me 2 points, happy.
Well done, Paul, 2 points. It's in for a Gladiator.
After one event, Ian yet to score, Paul's on 2.
Event number 2 is Jewel. First up is Katie, and she's facing Lightning. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
Katie may be our youngest contender, but looking at the statistics, 5'9" and 11 stone 2, she has a 3-inch height advantage over Lightning and just over a stone in weight.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Katie going straight to work. Oh, and a bad miss from Lightning. And Lightning's technique found wanting here. It's out of range. Not really an event for a gymnast. More grace than power. She's got to slide her hands down the shaft of the butyl stick in order to lengthen those blows. Oh, takes a haymaker and takes a dive! Gotta see that shot again in slow motion. And look how far back this comes from. A face full of foam and Lightning earthed.
Now, Katie, I know before we started you said you were hoping to meet Nightshade in duel.
Oh, what a Nightshade. Next round. I'll have a next round, yeah.
Second best, though, Lightning, and what a terrific match you put up.
I enjoyed that immensely. It was wicked. I love that.
10 points. Let's hear it for Katie.
Well, Lightning, fully recovered, climbs the ladder to face Melissa. And as you can see, she's 5'6" and 10 stone, so she's going to be giving away height and weight to Melissa. If you check her statistics, she's 5'9" and 10 stone, 11 pounds.
3, 2, 1.
And Lightning getting carried there. Her grip on the butyl stick is all wrong. She really isn't getting a single blow in. She's constantly missing. Melissa finding it easy to parry the blows. Oh, gets a good headshot in. Good draw for Melissa there, 5 points. The gymnast. What a lovely backward somersault dismount. After 2 events, Katie's on 21, Melissa's 17.
So now we move into the men's event, and tonight Ian has the misfortune of facing the undefeated Shadow.
I've got a message for the Gladiators. Don't underestimate the contenders this year. They're very fit, they're very strong, and they're going to give you a good run for your money.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! On top! 3, 2, 1!
It's hammer time, let's get ready to rumble. As Ian gets a couple of shots in. Oh, and Shadow sitting back on this. With some great counter-punching. This is the real deal. And Shadow finding his range now. Over the top. Oh, into the chin. That helmet getting lower and lower. Oh, what's happened there? Shadow defeated. The end of an era. Ian can't believe it. Shadow cut, and nor can I. It's taken 3 years for a man to do that. It happens to the best of them. Tyson, Ali, Lennox Lewis. It's tough.
Ian, I had my speech ready and prepared. I was going to say how unfair of us to put Shadow up there. I don't need to say anything.
No longer undefeated. I got him off. My dream come true. He went down. Thank you.
Not many. Shadow, you have to hand it to the man. Not many people see you off that.
That's true, but it had to happen sometime. I give him all respect.
Let's hear it for Shadow as well.
nice.
Terrific match.
Shadow taking his defeat gracefully. In the replay, we see that, in all honesty, it was Shadow's own weight that overbalanced him, but let's take nothing away from Ian. And that sign says it all. Well, that victory must inspire Paul, but at 5'10", he's giving away 5 inches and an awful lot of weight.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready!
He's about to meet a man who just lost his unbeaten record, which has stood for 3 years. So Shadow's bound to be fired up, seeking retribution and straight to work. This is more like the old Shadow. It's hammer time! And Paul not getting a single blow in. It's all about defence. Paul gaining a little more confidence now. And after that comment from Shadow, he's not best pleased with Paul's performance. Paul's not really bothered about that. He's gaining a little confidence, going for Shadow's head, but it's all too late. A defeat and a draw for Shadow. In the replay, we can see Paul more interested in what was coming at him than giving anything back.
Well, Paul, I suppose the odds were against you knocking him down. He was one mean gladiator after his defeat.
He was mad. Mad as hell. Oh, God, he hits so hard. I think he might have bust a finger.
And a lot of defensive work by you, I'm sorry to say.
It's very difficult. Once he hits you, to get your balance and then recoil. You try every now and again, then he hits you with 3 before you even move.
Well, it's easy for me to say, but easy for me to say as well. 5 points, Paul, well done.
And it's easy for me to say after 2 events, the Shadow Slayer moves up to 10 and Paul to 7.
Well, with 2 games under their belts, our contenders still have to face our gladiators in another 3. So join us after the break for one of our brand new games, Pyramid, here on the Gladiators. Where we've just set up for one of this season's new games, Pyramid. Standing at the top of the pyramid is 2 of our gladiators. Katie and Melissa are ready. Tonight, they're facing Falcon and Scorpio. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Melissa and Katie with more of a mountain to climb than a pyramid as the gladiators come on down. Katie grabbing hold of Scorpio's feet there, trying to pull her off. Each step 2 foot in height, difficult to climb up, but easy enough to roll down as Melissa and Falcon demonstrate. Scorpio there, wrenching Katie off the pyramid and gets dragged down to the bottom herself. And Falcon takes a real flyer with Melissa. Straight to the ground. But look, Katie slips Scorpio. She's racing to the summit. She's there. The sparks fly for 10 points. That was quick. Melissa not having the same luck against Falcon. Misses the ladder, hits the snake and straight down to the bottom. And on the bottom. Stamina required here. And trying to pull Falcon off the pyramid to get past her. The Falcon gets hold of something and pulls her back down. Melissa up and at it again. I don't understand why Scorpio's still pulling on Katie. She's got her 10 points. Falcon's got her talons into Melissa, but it's too late now. Melissa, a fit girl, tried to outsprint Falcon there. The Falcon dives, catches her by the legs. According to the theory of relativity, the only way is down.
Terrible trouble.
She's strong. Yep, she got me. Got a good hold of me, and I think I reared more than I should have, but...
You came flying down a couple of times.
Yeah, I tried to get her down and so I could sprint, but I got to make sure she's quick.
This one's tougher than it looks, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a tough game.
Let's hear it for Katie and Melissa. Well done.
Well, the star of that event was Katie, but Scorpio knew the game lasted a minute, so I guess she decided to play for a minute. With those 10 points, Katie jumps to 31, Melissa remains on 17.
Well, now it's time for the boys' event, and tonight, Ian and Paul face 2 of our biggest gladiators, Warrior and Shadow. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
this pyramid's a bit top-heavy with our two biggest gladiators up there. Shadow, a great dive to take Paul down, and it's not so much the rolling down as the gladiator landing on you at the bottom, as Ian's just found out with Warrior on him. Paul's giving Shadow the slip. Derek Redmond trying to break the tussle up. Meanwhile, Paul's got him 10 points, and Shadow is defeated for the second time this evening. Warrior still a hold of Ian. Rolls him to the bottom. Oh, Ian's escaped his clutches and he's sprinting to the top now. Look at Warrior. He's like a crab trying to chase the tide out. 5 points to Ian. The Gladiators stranded on the beach. As soon as the big man released his grip, it was no contest. The lighter contender sped away like a greyhound out of the trap.
Second attempt up there. What a terrific showmanship. The audience were right behind you.
Hard work. I'm absolutely lucky. He's a heavy man. My objective was to bring him down. Because he's heavy, he's going to be slow. It worked. I'm over the moon.
And Paul, I don't know if I've seen anything quite as terrific as somebody tumbling 32 feet in the arms of Shadow.
Well, they're fast, they're tough, but I'm sweet, and I showed him a clean pair of feet. A poem and 10 points by the best man.
Let's hear it for Paul and Ian.
He's picked up 10 points for the climb, but nothing for the poem.
19 stone of you, Shadow. Find it hard?
No, I didn't find it hard. That's a brilliant game. I think one of the best games we're going to have this year.
Do you think that you've got any advantages or disadvantages of starting at the top?
No, not really. I think it's very equal. Us coming down to meet them, them coming up to meet us, and the best man wins.
Well done, Shadow. Warrior, the big man. A few tumbles there.
Yeah, we made the game exciting. It's very difficult when you're underneath. And really, the guy who gets up first has a big advantage to get up there, especially when the 10-stone lighter. But, new game. No worries, we'll make a good show of it, don't worry.
It looked for a minute that you were holding. When you got down the ground there, you fell to the bottom. Looked like you were grappling with him.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Let's hear it for Shadow and Warrior!
Of course he wouldn't. After 3 events, Ian climbs to 15 and Paul to 17. Next up, hit and run. And the first contender on the bridge, Katie, who was apprehensive about this event.
I'm a bit wary about the hit and run, which is a new cannonball game. I don't know whether to like stop and wait for the cannonball to go past or just charge it. Because I don't know, I might get more points if I did that, but you know, to see what happens on the day really. Just go with the flow, as they say.
Katie's the first up, and swinging those demolition balls are our gladiators, Nightshade, Jet, Scorpio, and Panther! Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, what is she going to do? Run or stop? She's letting the ball swing by, and she's only got 30 seconds to score as many points as possible. There's 2. Now she's starting to speed up. Contenders not allowed to push the demolition balls away with their hands or deflect them, otherwise they'll be penalised. This is better from Katie. Now she's getting some speed up. 8 points. She did well once she put her mind to the task. In the replay, we can see she timed her run well, diving under that last demolition ball.
Katie, well done.
Yeah, it's hard, that game. It's harder than it looks, you know. You've got to have a technique more than just speed. You can't just charge it. Yeah, it's too short, though.
What were you actually doing? You're stop, starting. Is that to fool the gladiators?
And just to, like, avoid the balls as well, yeah.
What can you do when the balls hit you?
Try and let it rebound off you. Good game.
Good. Okay, well done, Katie. And our next contender to face the gladiators is Melissa.
Earlier today, Melissa discussed her opponent, Katie, with us.
My opponent, we're getting on great. It's difficult because you want to be friends. Everybody's been really supportive and brilliant. There's no sort of people that maybe you don't get on with so much. Everybody's all in it together. And my opponent, we've had a good sort of chat and we get on very well. A couple of drinks in the evening together. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a bit of rivalry there at the last minute. But it's good.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
And Melissa steps onto the bridge tentatively. Must be like being on a building site. Now she's hit stride and scoring well. The bridge undulating beneath her feet, and she's certainly got rhythm. Oh, a bit shaky there. And she's piling on the points. Oh, takes one to the shoulder there. That was close. Excellent run. In the replay, we can see how that demolition ball bounces off her shoulder and nearly knocks her off her feet. 12 points, a great score after 4 events. Katie 39, Melissa 29.
On to the men's event. Ian will be facing Trojan and Wolf. Cobra and Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready!
Ian, 6 foot, 13 stone 7. An RAF man looking to fly across this bridge. So it's chocks away. He's taken off and about to do a fly pass. Oh, he nearly went then, but I think he held on to that ball. I don't think you're allowed to do that. We'll see what John Anderson's got to say. He seems to be letting him carry on for a minute. These balls are like giant silver conkers. The Gladiators not conquering at all at the moment. Ian doing well and scoring well. There could be a promotion in it for him. That's it, he's still going. I don't think he's heard the whistle. Oh, and now they knock him off. A bit late now, lads.
Because he held on with his hands, which is strictly against the rules. Half the points are deducted, 5 points.
5 points, Ian. What he's saying is because you held on to the demolition balls and stopped yourself from falling, deducting some points.
All right, that's John's decision, that's John's decision. I'm simply defending myself against the balls. I respect John, fair free, thanks very much.
Well done.
Not a problem.
Plenty more to go. Let's hear it for Ian! And next facing the Gladiators is Paul! Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, I bet pole vaulter Paul would love to have brought his pole along to jump over these demolition balls. And he's scoring well at the moment. Oh, so close to being knocked off then. Powers his way through it. The contender's not allowed to hit the demolition balls with their hands. Must let them bounce off the shoulders. Oh, the okey dokey as well. Great scoring from Paul. Great rhythm. The only dive he took was at the end.
Well done, Paul. Made it look easy. One of your better events.
Yeah, that's a good event for me. Nice and fast, nice and agile. Got to be quick. Don't be scared of the big balls.
Well done, Paul. And let's hear it for our Gladiators. Wolf, Trojan, Cobra, and the Hunter.
And Wolf showing his disappointment there as both guys moved their score off.
So, event number 5 is Hang Tough. First up is Katie, and tonight she faces Zodiac. to John Anderson.
Zodiac's first outing in Hang Tough, 5'9", 10 stone.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, Katie leading Melissa by 10 points going into this event, looking to extend that lead. And looking comfortable out there. But so does Zodiac. Zodiac, the ladies' British Commonwealth pole vault champion, comes straight into the scissors. Zodiac gets those long legs firmly round Katie's body, but Katie's grip's locked onto those rings, and that's what this event's all about. At 10 stone, not the heaviest of gladiators, but she can't shake her. Goes to work on the fingers, prizes them off. Mum and Dad disappointed as another one bites the dust.
Katie, you showed tremendous determination there. Your eyes were closed. What were you thinking about when she was hanging on to you?
Just hang on, do you know what I mean? Just hang.
That's the spirit. Well done, Katie! Next up against Zodiac, it's Melissa! Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
And Zodiac having a good outing for the first one. But it must be said that the Gladiators not having the best of shows tonight. So Zodiac will want to take Melissa out and even the score. Melissa, a strong girl, and good technique on the rings. Zodiac's got her back to her. And Melissa goes past. And Zodiac dropping back to defend that platform. And she's one-ringed, can't do a thing about it. And Melissa's got every opportunity to get to that platform now. But she's got to move it, time is running out. Come on, Melissa! And that's it. Time is up. So close, yet so far.
Well, Melissa, you didn't look too confident up there, but you did very well indeed, because when John Anderson blew the whistle at the end of the 60 seconds, of course, you were officially in our scoring zone. 5 points.
Well, that's good, yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Not one that you felt confident with, though?
It wasn't my favourite event, but in practice it hadn't been going too well, but today it went well, so I'm pleased with that result.
Well done. Now, very unlucky for you, of course, you lost 1 ring, and that really stuffs you.
The problem is with Hang Tough, it's very easy to go in one diagonal. When you have to traverse and start crossing on the rings, that's something I need a bit more practice on, but next time I'll keep working at it. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Zodiac and Melissa. Well done.
After 5 events, Katie's on 39, Melissa 34.
So now we move on into the men's event, and Ian is ready to face Saracen.
The weight of this gladiator at 17.5 stone belies the fact how good he is at this event.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! That's right, no. 3, 2, 1.
RAF man Ian swings out, 11 points behind Paul, going into this event. I saw him in practice, and he was tremendous, it must be said. Traversing the rings and moving past. Saracen trying to get back to defend his platform. And Ian flying along now. Reaching out with those long arms, hoping to grab a bootlace, a vest, or anything that will stop this man. And I hope he doesn't take a tip out of Wolf's book and go for those shorts. He just can't get him. Ian cleverly lifting his legs out of Saracen's reach. He's the only man to have beaten Shadow. He must be full of confidence, and it's showing. So close, but can't get there. Oh! No, Saucy Saracen! The old return to the platform and take him out manoeuvre, which unfortunately means instant disqualification.
Well, Ian, I'm not quite sure of the result of that one, and I think, hopefully...
2 feet on the platform. He took me off the platform, surely.
Here's the man who will tell us what the result is.
The rules in this competition are very clear. Once you have left the platform, you may not return to it. 10 points to the winner.
Thank you.
One person not too happy about that.
I needed those 10 points. I badly needed those 10 points. I'm pleased with the 10 points. Thank you.
Well, Lady Luck is smiling on you tonight. Disappointing result for you, Sarah?
No, I quite enjoyed that. It was a very good chase. You know, it did very well. It nearly got away from me, but unfortunately I stood back on my platform and it doesn't count, so...
Well, he's among very, very few. Well done, Saracen!
In the replay from this angle, Ian's very lucky he wasn't disqualified for kicking Saracen away. Still, the point stands. Next up, Paul. Here's what he said about Ian.
I've seen my opponent and he's weary of me and I'm weary of him. He watches me, I watch him. It's going to be the same for everybody. You know you're up against quite early in the event. You know what he's got to do, his capabilities are. You know what his strong points are, what his weak points are. You just have to act calm and try not to show that it affects you.
Contender, ready!
You know.
3, 2, 1.
And Paul swings out for the scoring zone. And if he's there after 30 seconds, he'll pick up 5 points. 10 if he lands on Saracen's platform. Nothing if he lands on the crash mat. And people have been saying that he looks like Hunter. Well, if he performs as well, he should be a happy man. And Paul trying that difficult traversing technique. Oh no, he's one-ringed and he's come to a dead stop. Saracen sees his opportunity and homes straight in. And Paul fending him away with his free hand, grabbing him. Now Saracen, one-ringed. They're both going nowhere. Hanging about like a couple of string puppets. Saracen's got him locked on. Oh, Paul eats a mat.
Well, Paul, you lost the game and you lost your shirt.
I think it's like the Versace look I was after. You know, and he did it for me. The problem is when you go second, sometimes it can be psychological advantage, but not when the first guy's made him mean.
Well, listen, it looked as if there was method to your madness, but then it all went to pot, and both of you ended up hanging on to only one ring.
Yeah, he did very well hanging on one ring, and he was trying to pull my hand off. Did you see that? Naughty boy.
Good sportsmanship, though. Let's hear it for Saracen and Paul. No point.
Well, in the replay, Saucy Saracen says, hold your hand out, you naughty boy, and gives him 5. In football, they normally exchange shirts at the end. At Gladiators, they never have a shirt left to exchange. The men's scores couldn't be closer after 5 events. Ian on 30, Paul on 31.
So, our contenders have successfully eliminated our gladiators. All that remains is the eliminator itself. So join us after the break for the mother of all assault courses here on the Gladiators. Welcome back, and it's eliminator time. Now, Katie is 5 points ahead of Melissa. Each point is worth half a second. That gives Katie a 2.5 second head start.
Katie, you will go on my first whistle. Melissa, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Katie attacks the high and low hurdles. Oh, bad landing! Here comes Melissa. And Katie up the rope. There's her brother. And Melissa making a meal of this rope climb. Soap on a rope there. Katie doesn't look comfortable on that hand ladder either. Melissa easing along. And both girls safely across the rolling beams. It's neck and neck on the cargo net. Katie safely scrambles to the top, slightly ahead. She's going to be first down the zip line. And it's a good landing. Here comes Melissa, straight after her. You've got to keep your head on the balance beams. And of course your feet for a place in the quarterfinals. Katie strides out on the travelator. Oh, she's down! And now Melissa's stumbling. And it's see you later, travelator, and into the quarterfinals where she'll face Karen Sampi. Katie wanting to complete this eliminator course for herself, her parents, and her pride. Oh, she jumps up like a frightened gazelle, exhausted, but she'll have been happy to get through.
Melissa, congratulations. You said that the 2.5 seconds was nothing to you, and you showed that. Where do you think you really caught her up?
Well, I knew that she was going around and she got across the beam, which I was worried about. But I knew she had a problem with the travelator, and she'd fallen off in practice quite a lot, and that was where I was confident.
And you also looked like you caught her up on the cargo net.
Yep, I messed up on practice a bit. Been thinking about it a lot and thought about the technique a lot more, and it's just taking it cool.
Well, Melissa, congratulations. A winner on Gladiators!
Katie, you looked so determined at the beginning. When we talked about your rehearsals right through the eliminator, you said it was important to keep your mind and body together.
I know. I can't believe it. I'm so disappointed. But, that's the way it goes, isn't it?
It certainly is. You've had some tremendous support from your friends and family this evening, though.
I've had an excellent time. I say hello to my best friends, Claire, Sean and Anna. Everyone from Spelthorne, Drumrock and Belfast. Mum and Dad and everybody.
Well, it's great to have you on, Katie. We'll be sorry to lose you. Well, as we prepare for the men's eliminator, we're going to take a little short time out.
My hobbies are drawing and playing with my dogs.
My hobbies must be travelling. I do like to travel. I like to go away about 4 or 5 times a year to different places.
I love to read, write, watch movies, crash out with friends, and talk on the telephone. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Favourite hobbies are reading and babysitting. I love looking after my friends' children.
My bodybuilding's my hobby, which I do 5 times a week. I also do a lot of long-distance biking, which is for fat burning. But for fitness, I do a lot of sprint training, and I do quite a lot of boxing.
My hobbies outside of the Gladiators, my pole vaulting, my athletics. I love water sports, windsurfing, water skiing, and if I've got the time, horse riding.
My hobbies are mainly sporting activities. When I have the time, I like to go horse riding, rollerblading, obviously weight training and fitness workouts.
My main hobby is bodybuilding. That's what I enjoy doing. I train 4 days a week. I don't really have time for other things because I'm still working as a fireman, and that keeps me very busy.
So now it's time for the men's eliminator. Now, score-wise, Paul is ahead on 1 point. Each point being worth half a second will give him a half a second head start. Not a lot, Paul. Any experience that you can draw upon for this assault course?
I don't think you can go on experience. Ian, the same as a lot of other people, is a very, very strong contender. Half a second is nothing. This is going to be one race.
Certainly is, and it's certainly going to be your worst fear, as you told me earlier, Ian.
Yeah, my worst fear. Paul, don't look back. I'm right behind you, mate. Half a second is nothing. This is going to be a tough fight. I'm going all the way to the end.
Best of luck, and we'll see you at the end.
Paul, you will go on my first whistle. Ian, you will go on my second whistle.
Can you imagine facing the Gladiators over 5 grueling events and coming out the other end with only half a second head start? The whistles are together, and so are the guys. And Paul extending his lead fractionally on the rope climb. Onto the hand bikes. And Paul looks to have the better technique. Rolling beams, you don't want to slip here. And Paul makes it comfortably, as does Ian. And this is where a lead is made or broken up, the cargo net. So far, Paul doing everything right. And Ian's still in it. Speed of the Bez man as he buzzes along the balance beam and up the travelator. Oh no, he slipped! He's down, but he's clawing his way to the top, through and into the quarterfinals against Mark Skipper.
Paul, congratulations. Made it look hard.
I made it look hard. It is hard. That is so tough. But I didn't come here with the attitude to come second. I didn't come second. I come first. But my hat goes off to Ian. Good contender. Been a lovely week. It's been good knowing him. But bye-bye.
Paul, we'll be seeing you again. Congratulations, another winner on the Gladiators!
Huger disappointment than for most because you've had your second year here at Gladiators, so disappointment.
Very much so. What can I just say? A big thank you to everybody here supporting me. Thank you to everybody for turning up. Sorry I couldn't win for you. Kelly and Jason, I love you. Claire, I love you. Luke, Mark, my brother in Hong Kong, I love you too. Thank you.
Well, let's hear it for Ian.
The Bez man did the biz, and there's a big hug for his mum.
Well, Ian's brother in Hong Kong may not have been watching us tonight, but we do hope you'll join us again next week for more gladiatorial action on the hottest show in town here on the Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
One team member will be flinging the darts, the other will be flying through the questions. People, places, potluck could only be bullseye next here on Challenge. And tonight at 9, Bradley Walsh signals that the chase is on.